Fuck yeah. Look at us doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's all that matters.
Sorry, I just got back down to earth and I was.
Andi hadn't done a bong rip in a while. Well, we'll get into where we've been and what we've been doing. But yeah, she hadn't done a bong rip in a while. And
Went to space.
It got her.
Yeah, it got me real good.
She's Sandra Bullock. She gravitated. She saw George Clooney and he'd been dead for weeks. Weeks.
But preserved totally fine because of space.
That is still one of my favorite movie memories is when we went to see Gravity in the theater.
Yeah.
And that, first off, I know a lot of people didn't like that movie. And I think a lot of it was because
I think people love that movie.
Dad. Okay. When I say a lot of people, I mean Dad.
Oh yeah, Dad does not.
But I think the reason is it's done so well that it makes you very uncomfortable. And it's the realization of a lot of people's fears.
Yeah.
But when she's having that hallucination or dream that she's being hurtled out into space uncontrollably, I looked over because I was doing this, and I looked over at you, and you were full fetal, knees up,
hugging my knees.
Doing this, like,
oh man, because boy, did I not know that I was scared of that till then. Man, was I.
Oh,
we also were so high and saw it in IMAX.
We did.
So it was just like, no. Yeah, it was a little too real. But I loved it. I would never do it again, but I loved it.
I'm thinking, now that we've been talking about it, I'm thinking about seeing if there's a ultra high def version I can get and just freak the fuck out, because we've talked about it before. That's why I used to watch Deadliest Catch all the time.
Because you wanted to be on the boat?
No, because that's my worst fear, is to be out in the middle of the ocean
getting crabs.
They're
pretty curable. You shouldn't be that scared.
I know. You just know how I am about shampoos south of the border.
We know, crotch rot. So I'm putting hydrocortisone on mine. I have really bad dry skin right here.
Is that because of the heat?
I think I don't know, because I had it when it was cold, so.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just stress related.
Okay. Also, mom's it might be genetic. She's always had.
Oh, I have very, I have skin issues too, and it flares up when I have stress and stuff like that.
Okay.
And, living at home for 3 weeks was fun, but it was a blast.
How many of those nights did you sleep on the couch?
I would say 80% of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just because that room is so hot?
The room is really hot, and also the bed is so soft.
Okay.
And I'm a firm
You're a firm bitch.
And so I was waking up and my shoulders were touching, and my shoulders started to hurt. So I was like, I'm just going to start sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, you were home for 3 weeks. We've been gone for quite some time.
Yeah.
Many pods were planned.
Many pods were pushed.
Only one made it. And it was when we were like, hey man, we've been doing this for so many weeks at this point. First off, okay, for the fans, you have a spokesperson, and it's our father. And he is very much like, you guys need to pod. Why haven't you podded? Pod.
Oh my gosh. Were you even on the phone when Dad was like, well, you have fans that care and that need to know what's going on. And I'm like, it's just you, Dad, that's getting this upset. We have an email.
Because I was on the phone going, you're getting the pod right now. You get the live individualized pod.
Oh my God. And you just had it for so long.
You're the only subscriber to our OnlyFans.
Why would you want to listen to me more?
You just had 3 weeks of pod. But yeah, so Dad's been honest. Every time we would be like, we're going to pod at this time tomorrow, he would call right after and be like, how was the pod? And we'd be like, so something came up, or it was Sunday and we don't work Sundays. Which definitely was one of I think that happened to all the Sundays. Yeah, it's just, this is a labor of love. We do it when we can. We do it when we want to.
And we have been busy, which also means we are exhausted.
And very exhausted. And I've been on vacation. And so I I took a vacation from comedy. I took a vacation from Instagram. And so like every time the pod came up, I'd be like, I don't really have much to talk about because I haven't been doing much since we left Kansas City.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that right now. Andi, first off, welcome back.
Welcome back.
The 1 millionth podcast. For those of you who don't remember, I'm Chris Porter.
I'm Andi Porter.
We're siblings.
Yeah.
Dad is our father. His
you know him.
Legal name is Scott. And Scottmas. And Carolina Porter.
Mm-hmm.
Named after the North one.
Yeah, Carolina of the North.
Yeah, and this is our podcast, and we do it every so often. Sometimes we do it multiple weeks in a row. Sometimes we take some time off, and it's unannounced. And I think that's the fun of it.
I agree, Chris.
We're like remember those old clearance house sweepstakes envelopes that you'd get every once in a while, and it would brighten up your day and be like, oh, I could buy a Time Life subscription and maybe win $1 million and meet Ed McMahon. Well, we're kind of like that, except you'll win nothing, just like with Clearance House.
Man, Chris, I don't know if people are going to be familiar with that. I think you're the only person that remembers back when people traveled by hot air balloon.
It was a good time. We also had those bicycles with the one big wheel and the one tiny wheel. And it's how we did it. And our exercises, we would just go whoop, 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 hip, 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 hip. So
and you go home and hit your wives.
So the first week of us not being here, we did go home. We were in Kansas City. Zach Myers from Shinedown and I had our show at the Record Bar in downtown Kansas City. But the day before that, I realized a dream, something I'd want to do for many years. I bought a suite at the Royals game, and I invited all my family and friends out, and it was fucking awesome. And it couldn't have been a better day for it because it was 1,000,000 goddamn degrees.
Oh my God, it was so hot.
And it was 1,000% humid. It was the classic July Kansas day.
Yeah.
Even though we were in Missouri. It was even worse because of the slavery. That's why it was a little worse over there. And but we had a great setup. We had an air-conditioned room, but also our seats were in the shade. So we could actually sit outside. It wasn't terrible.
Also, kind of, so were everybody's. Not a lot of people at the game.
Yeah. No, the Royals, not good this year.
They are not good this year.
As good as we wanted them to be, they are not that good.
Yeah.
They inversed us.
Yep.
And but they won that game.
They did win that game.
And it was a great time. We had about 20 friends and family there. My friend Mark, Zach showed up. Jeff arrived from the tunnels of which he travels. And Mom and Dad and Andi were there. It was a really good time. Only real complaint, Aramark, was part of the suite was this taco bar. Taco bars aren't hard. A little tub of meat.
Taco bar not hard.
Taco bar not hard. That's why
taco bar not hard.
That's why we remember when Mom and Dad would be like, let's do something easy. We'd be like taco night.
White people taco night.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
White people taco night.
It's 8 bowls. You fill one with protein. You fill the rest of it with vegetables and cheeses.
First of all, it's always shredded iceberg lettuce.
Yeah.
Diced up tomatoes.
Yes.
Shredded cheese, grocery store brand.
Yeah.
Sour cream.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, white people taco night.
White people taco night.
Ortega.
And so that's what I was expecting. Just give me 9 bowls with that shit in it. Call it a day. And I showed up. There's one thing over a burner, and you open it up, and there's a meat, and all the shit's just piled on top of it. No cheese to be found.
Mm.
And then there was the flour tortillas had obviously been there since the guy left the night before. He was like, when we closed, we just set up for the food the day before. And so that was really my only complaint. Other than that, the dessert cart was phenomenal.
It was great. I did a shot of tequila off the dessert cart.
God bless you.
Well, because I had got a dessert bar for home afterwards.
Oh yeah, we didn't communicate.
Like, no, don't go nuts. Because there's also ice cream bar too.
And then after the game, which was a day game on a Thursday, a businessman's game.
What?
I don't know. They called it something like that. So yeah, we had everybody over. Dad cooked his famous barbecue.
He sure did. I got to make the butt juice.
You dig it, and you fucking nailed it.
Also, Dad told me exactly what to put in the thing.
But you still could have fucked it up.
Still could have.
But you didn't.
No.
Look
I
at
didn't want
you.
to ruin that for everybody.
No. And everyone there were 20 people outside of our parents' townhouse. It looked like we were planning some sort of insurrection.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no,
especially all the guys that weren't talking down at the end.
Well, everyone was talking. They were just talking quietly, and you really couldn't hear them because you guys were not talking quietly.
Oh my God.
No, we had a great time. And then the next night was our big show at the Record Bar, me and Zach. And of course, Christian James Hand opened with one of his famous sessions. A great night was had by 98% of the people. And yeah, great show. Thank you to everyone who came out. A lot of people traveled. Someone had a Merzat t-shirt on.
That's awesome.
And Dad was there, which was...
And now Dad wants a cut of the merch.
Yeah. Well, Dad's just looking for revenue streams at this point. And yeah, there was like people like great t-shirts. Scott Porter and Myers was one. Chris Porter for president was another one.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was a great time, great show. Just super thick.
Could you imagine you as president?
I think it would be pretty great. I think it would
be like, you know what? Everyone gets the codes. Fuck it. I'm not going to remember them. Someone else, you guys write these down.
If we all got the codes, then we're all fine. Right?
I don't know.
Probably not. We'll figure it out.
Probably the second Uncle Tom got the codes, shit would go.
He was like,
down.
I've already got a list. Like, Uncle Tom, a lot of these are domestic. I don't give a shit about Fallout.
Hilarious.
Yeah, Uncle Tom was supposed to go to the game, did not, owes me lots of money. That's how that works. But yeah, and then while we're in Kansas City, Andi gets a phone call or a text message.
I'm just still so salty. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Doesn't sound fine.
It's fine.
I mean, how else are we going to tell people that you were home for 3 weeks?
I broke my butt.
Okay. You got a story for that?
Always. Okay. Lava sauce is back.
Lava sauce is back.
Yeah.
What a great edit point to take all that other stuff out.
What? Shut up. Come on.
Yeah, no, I that is a great thing. That is a huge development. And it is one of those things where we should just stop whatever the fuck we were talking about and talk about volcano sauce being back. Lava sauce, volcano tacos. Anyway, if you're not familiar, they're the greatest thing. It's the greatest sauce Taco Bell ever invented. And it's so great that they know it will destroy America. So they had to take it off the market.
So annoying.
But they brought it back.
We were the only ones that could handle it.
They brought it back. And if you don't think, the first time I had it was in Green Bay. I went up there for a little vacay. We'll get into that here in a little bit. But I got a side of lava sauce for my quesadilla. And then I got an extra side of lava sauce,
as
just
a shooter.
in case.
Yeah.
I had it in the fridge because you never know when I might get fries or something. I just didn't know where the night was going to go.
That's very fair.
And I didn't want to not have lava sauce.
It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have
100%. And that's where we've been for the last 5 years, is needing it and not having it.
Yeah. I'm
kind of wanting you to just go and see what do I got to give you for a tube and a shooter?
Yeah.
Because I got it. I got lava sauce shooter money.
Okay. Well, easy there, Kurt Cobain. So we were talking about, I got a phone call the night of Chris's show by a friend of mine here in LA who works for a commercial production company, asking me if I wanted to be a PA on this Patrick Mahomes T-Mobile commercial. Which,
and for those of you that don't know, PAs is kind of where you start, and something Andi did years ago. So it was a big ask
It was a big ask. And it's not, I mean,
It would be like going, hey, Patrick Mahomes, can you come play in my rec league real quick?
So I go, so I end up staying. I was planning on being in Kansas City for like 9 or 10 days. I ended up staying for 21 days. Because I ended up staying to do this shoot, right?
It's a lot of couch.
It's it is a lot of that. So friend gets into town and I'm like asking questions, and I'm not getting a whole lot of information back when I'm asking these questions. And like even lists that I'm getting sent of like times that people land at the airport are like out of order. Oh, okay. And I'm like, this says AM at the bottom, but is it supposed to be in PM? She's like, no, it's AM. And I'm like, why would you not put this in like
chronological order?
Yeah, it's just like shit like that.
Yeah.
Which I'm just kind of like, weird, but okay. I should have seen the flags. But so yeah, she's like, well, do you want to do some extra PA work on Sunday the day before? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I was just gonna be sitting on the couch anyway.
Yeah.
We'll get out and go do something. So I go, call time is at 6 a.m.
Ooh.
And I never get a heads up of like, it's going to be this. Like, here are the circumstances in which this day is going to go.
Oh, so it's like you're on a reality show and you show up and they're like, here's today's challenge.
Literally.
Okay.
So I show up to this warehouse. It's unair conditioned.
Nice.
And it's 100-degree heat index that day. And like 90% humidity in the morning as well. So I'm there at 6. I'm set up the table, like the crafty table, and I'm helping and doing all this stuff. And like, literally go to someone's house in Prairie's Village who I've never even met before in my life and go in their garage and get her wardrobe racks and like,
wow.
Like there was some weird shit and a lot of driving up and down Bannister Road.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
that is a D level road for those of you not in the know.
And in Mom's Cadillac. So it's just like, but also I fit right in driving a 15-year-old Cadillac on Bannister Road.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So, anyway, I don't mind like doing the gophering and all that shit. Like that was totally fine.
Yeah. You're in your car. You got Journey playing.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. And then I get to the set, or they're like, so it's in this warehouse where they're like setting up the dollies to track this like one movement that they have to do for a camera for an angle. And, there's some people are from out of town. Some people are from Los Angeles, like a majority of the team. Mm-hmm. And then there are local crew that they brought on. And this woman from Kansas City who worked on the local crew was like up to here with the LA crew.
Yeah.
For wardrobe. And which I get because they were
insane.
Well, also this woman was also insane and had an attitude right out of the jump.
Well, you got to be a little not well to be in a television production crew in Kansas City. I mean, the work's got to be pretty thin, right?
They do a fuck ton of commercials, apparently.
Oh, so it's all like local. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, I bring all this stuff for wardrobe, and like, they're the department that sent me on all these like kind of crazy runs. And so I'm like, what can I set up for you? She was like, I don't even know what to tell you right now.
Ooh. And
I was like, and it was just like, it was that attitude all day for 2 days. And I was just like,
yeah. You're like, I'm from here, right?
And I told her that, and I was like, she was like, are you local or are you one of those LA people? And I was like, well, I'm from here, but I have lived in LA since like 2009. And as soon as she heard I lived from LA, she forgot everything else that I said.
Oh yeah.
And so then I came back on another run. She's like, I don't understand why they're having you do runs. You don't even know where anything is here.
And then you're like, remember when I said I'm from here?
And I'm just like, you folks are
Did you remind her that you were from there and that you knew where you were going?
Yeah, I was like, I'm from here. I lived here for 22 years, but whatever. Okay. And also like, it's hot. Tensions are high.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, man, these people are wound really tight. And like the Kansas City crew was really complaining about how disorganized like everything was. And I was like, okay, I kind of get that, but
yeah,
I'm not really seeing the full picture here. Next day, call time, 5 a.m, out at Arrowhead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They don't send a schedule. So no one knows how long they're going to be there. They call everyone in at the exact same time.
Do they just call you like Prince's people used to and just be like Arrowhead 5 a.m. and then hang up the phone?
No, they send out a mass email.
Oh, okay.
But it's like 5 a.m. crew call. And then some other people came in at 6, but it's like everyone came in at 5. Like everyone. Like
and no one was, and
there was nothing set up. Nothing, like it was pure chaos. And then the assistant director was screaming at people to like, I was like popping a tent open for the client so they can sit in the air conditioning. And he was like, you need to move that over there. And I'm just like, and he's screaming. And I'm just like, what in the fuck is going on this shoot? I was like, everyone has a goddamn attitude.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, sure thing, you guys got it, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, you're just trying to be the sunshine in the shit house.
And man, did that fade fast. Because then like the main guy who's in those commercials showed up, said he didn't have a writer, and then all of a sudden wanted a bunch of different fucking shit. And then Patrick's lunch order changed, so I had to go hold up Potbelly while I ordered 16 sandwiches during lunch rush on a Monday, like the one on the plaza. I was just like, oh my God.
I've been behind you.
Yeah. And, you know, I was sold this gig. It was like, you're going to be his PA. We're going to be getting him drinks and his lunch and all, whatever he needs on set.
He's going to throw you for a touchdown.
He's going to rename his baby after you.
Yeah. It's going to be Bronze Andy Porter the third.
But, you know, it was under the pretense that like I was going to meet him and he was going to sign a bunch of shit for us.
Yeah.
And it apparently was very clear in the contract with the client that they were going to get those items. So I'm just like, I don't understand how you wouldn't have read that fine print.
Yeah. Or it's probably not even fine print.
No, or like how do you not communicate those details clearly with the client before you show up?
But also
because then it looked really bad on that end.
Yeah.
Because it was like production had brought stuff, but that it looked gauche because T-Mobile already brought all this shit that they wanted to have signed.
So it just looked like this Thriller video of people with shit to sign. Just like
I mean, it was weird.
Yeah.
Embarrassing at points. And like Brooke did let me leave after 14 hours.
Oh, good.
But the rest of the team was there until midnight.
Woof.
19-hour day.
But not the
and like no forewarning that was going to be the case.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm like, I paid for that bitch's dinner.
How's Twitch going?
I obviously did not stream at home because I didn't want Dad to be hawking a loogie in the background.
Didn't he?
He did that in the middle of one of my interviews for work. I was interviewing a trauma survivor. And in the background, you just hear. I was just like, oh my God.
Wow. Sorry about that. So anyway, your uncle came back in the room.
Like literally.
Oh, fucking.
But anyway, Chris and I got really nice stitched Mahomes jerseys out of it. So
we did.
At least there's that.
And unfortunately,
I will say I wanted my excuse to leave early from the shoot. I was like, it's my last night in town. And like my parents wanted to take me out for like my birthday dinner, which was true. We were going to go out. And when I got home, I was so exhausted and just disappointed.
Yeah.
That I just sat there and just cried.
Oh, that's
especially because Mom and Dad were like, well, we didn't know when you were going to be home. So we already ate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
fuck. Man, you could have, and I know you guys are watching this. You guys could have lied. You guys could have just been like, oh yeah, no, let's go. And you could have taken her out.
I just put my head in they were like, we were going to have appetizers. I just put my head in my lap and cried. I was like, I just need a minute.
Oh, well, your birthday is coming up.
It is. Well, I will say they did get me an obnoxious amount of crab that I did finish.
Oh, that's right.
So
we do know you love crab. We learned that in Vegas.
Crying and eating crab legs.
Just that crab.
I was. And it was so spicy. It was just like all coming out of my face. I was like, I love it. It's so good. You guys want to watch the bear?
Well, your birthday is around the corner. I don't know if I'll see you before then. And since we're on the pod, would you like your birthday present now?
Ooh, yes, please.
Okay.
Is it another LaCroix?
I can get you one of those.
Birthday week. Oh man. Retelling that almost made me cry again.
First, this really isn't part of it. I'm just going to give it to you. I'm a Lego VIP now. As you can see in the background, it's no longer the office. That is the Back to the Future car. I built the office set. That's over. I'll grab that. Hold on.
They're gonna sue us. I'm just kidding. If anyone at Lego watches this,
Yeah, send us stuff.
yeah, we love Legos.
So
I'm sure they love to send things for free.
I built the office set. There it is.
Wow.
There's look at this. There's Dwight. And I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's Packer, the bald guy, or if it's supposed to, yeah, I think that's Packer.
Creed?
Oh, that's Creed. That's who that is.
Yeah.
There's Dwight. There's Jim. There's Daryl.
Phyllis, Stanley, Meredith.
And then I have them set up in the conference room. Oh shit. I knew something was gonna happen.
I did too. That was awesome.
Well, I'll fix it. Anyway, there's Kevin and the chili.
Kevin and the chili is my favorite part.
Wait, there's Kevin and the chili. And there's Michael. Michael's office slides out. Whoop. Look at that.
Look at it. Look at you, Chriser. Good job, bud.
So, had a blast doing that. Thank you, Rue.
Of course. How long did that take you? A day?
Yeah, I think it was a 5-hour build, 6-hour build.
A 6-hour build? Are you fucking keeping a Google spreadsheet?
Fucking Hannah sent me a video of a girl that built the giant Harry Potter castle.
Hogwarts.
Whatever. It's from Harry Potter, right?
Yeah, it's called Hogwarts. It's the school.
Yeah, that thing. Anyway, she built the Harry Potter castle and she filmed the first 10 hours and she was halfway done.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How many pieces is that?
It was
that had to be like a speed run or something.
It was in the It was like it was montaged. But
but like speed running is when you try to see how fast you can do something.
Oh no, she was just building it while she watched the Harry Potter thing.
Oh.
Yeah. She was just a pretty married lady that built Legos, I think. Anyway, so I got excited. So I went back to the Lego store and I bought that. I got another. I was going to build it last week and I didn't. So I'm going to build it next week because I got a week off. Super excited about it.
Nice.
But I joined their VIP club where they gave me the Blacktron. I'm not going to go get that. I already got up.
But we will show the video of Chris after he built it.
Oh yeah, I'll put that up.
He sent it to me and I was dying laughing because it's 8-year-old Chris. So they sent me, so they're like, do you want to sign up for our VIP program? I'm like, yeah, 100%. I don't even know what that means. And so I gave them my email and they come out with like this box of shit for me. And one of which was the Bionicle. Bionicle.
You got excited. So here that is.
Sweet. Yes. Oh my God, I love Bionicles.
So you did not ask for this.
Oh God.
I don't even think you know they exist. So
you did not ask for this.
So
ooh. Ooh. Awesome. Oh my God, this is amazing. I would look more excited, but I just got Botox. Fuck yeah, man. They're the assassins
from The Simpsons.
I love them.
Aren't they great?
Oh my God, these are so cool.
And it's all stitched. It's not painted. They're really well done.
These are so awesome.
They might be a half a size too big because they didn't sell them in 6.5 in men's. So, which is what a woman's 8 would be.
I think that'd be fine.
But
fuck yeah.
Pre-ordered those in April. Literally just got them like last week. But they did a super cool job on them.
Says Homer. These are sick.
Aren't they awesome?
Yeah, these are fucking awesome.
Wow.
Love these.
Fucking happy birthday, Rue.
Thanks, Chriser.
You're welcome.
I like the upside down Nike swoosh.
Yeah. So they didn't get sued.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm going to see if this fits on my fat little foot.
Oh man, I can't. I hope they do. Because they don't have any more.
Oh yeah, these will work perfect.
Oh, awesome.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. The assassins.
Oh my God, these are so sick.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be all.
And they're Velcro because I'm an idiot.
I thought it was just going to be all painted or screen printed, and they stitched. Like all that stuff is stitched. That's real suede, that yellow stuff.
I'm going to have to use your spray guard before I even leave here today.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Aren't they cool?
Yeah, these are amazing.
So yeah, real excited. Really happy you dug them.
Yeah.
So, happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Chriser.
48 years. And it's not so funny when someone makes an old joke about you, is it?
No.
The goose and the gander and whatnot.
The gander. These are amazing.
Yeah, I was very impressed with, and they took so long to get here that I like emailed somebody, and I ended up getting an email back, I think, from the guy who owns the company, and he was like, we just got the soles in, and he like sent me a picture of them being made, and yeah, man. But when I got, my point is, when I got them, I even emailed them back. I was like, these look fucking awesome.
I love these.
Yeah.
They're very cool. They look like high top Jordans.
They're real sneakers. I thought they were just going to be some Chinese crap. And not, you know what I mean? I don't mean that racially. I just mean made in China.
Right. Like Shein.
Yeah. So, but no, those were very well made. I think they were made here in Los Angeles.
I love it. Can I borrow your computer plug? Do you have enough juice?
Oh, yeah.
I just got a warning. I also had The Sims 4 running the whole time during the beginning of this. And boy, does that suck up the battery.
Does it?
Yeah. I didn't realize it was going in the background. She better not have gotten pregnant.
This bitch. I leave her on for 2 hours.
Literally.
And now she's pregnant. Do you want to tell them about your taped audition?
Oh my God. It wasn't an audition.
What was it?
It was like an actual episode of something that I host.
So you thought, just tell the story.
Okay, so I host this series on YouTube called Store IRL. You can look it up on YouTube, check it out, subscribe to the channel.
Why have you not promoted this so far?
Because my episodes just started airing.
Oh, okay.
So there's that. Anyway, so yeah, go check it out.
If I can, I'll put a link up here
somewhere. And so I record them at my desk. Like if you've ever watched me Twitch stream, it's like that same camera angle. I have like a teleprompter, and I use the same recording software that I use for Twitch to record these episodes, because it's like a little studio. And man, are the start recording and start streaming buttons really close together. They are right next to each other, like literally right next to each other. So I, start streaming, and I start doing some of these episodes. And in the middle of an episode, I get up to go pee, and I live alone, so I peed with the door open. I had like, I guess I didn't think I was. I don't know why I didn't hit stop.
Oh, this is the third time I've heard this story, and it's still so funny.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't think I was recording, and I got up to go pee, and like fully.
She didn't remember until the next day. She was texting me.
No, it was no. I texted you day of. I took it down immediately because Jordy texted me. He was like, "What are you recording right now?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" First of all, I took a whiz on camera. Like I full on pissed on camera, but you can't like see me because like there's a wall where the toilet is, so you just kind of see my knees and my head and probably hear me fart or something. Like there's no way that didn't happen. And so my friend is like texting me, why, what are you recording? And I was like,
just my premium content.
I was like, oh, I'm doing these episodes for that YouTube channel that I host. And he was like, but why are you streaming it? And I was like, I'm not streaming. He was like, Andi, I promise you that you are. And I go into my studio and I was like, God damn it. God damn it. Anyway, to the like 3 of you that saw me take a whiz on camera, you're welcome for the freemium content.
She lost 3 followers.
No, I lost 2.
Oh, you lost. I thought it was 3. Oh, oh, that's one of my favorite.
They were like, we don't
ever
know what she's doing here, but it's not for us.
Oh, God.
Must have been Dad.
God damn it, that was funny.
Oh man, speaking of Dad, that motherfucker ratted me out in Kansas City.
What'd he do?
When I got a Mr. Good Sense sandwich, I've been begging for a Mr. Good Sense sandwich for like the first 10 days that I was there. And they were just like, there's sandwich stuff in the fridge. And I'm like, I've had the same sandwich every day, twice a day for 9 days.
Yeah.
I'm ordering.
And then Dad always comes back from hen house like, got more of the same stuff.
Yeah.
Bought it a lot more this time. So eat up.
And I got a cheese that you definitely won't like, but you have to finish it. It's green American. You'll love it.
It was on sale.
Yeah. What was I saying?
Fucking Dad ratted you out.
Oh yeah. So Dad went out for lunch with the boys, but he was getting Greek, and I didn't want to get Greek. And I was like, if I order Mr.
Greek
Goodsense,
food,
yeah.
right? Because I think that's a sex thing.
Ew. Okay. So no. But yeah, I was like, go pick up my sandwich. I'll, pay for it. So I paid for the sandwich. I get a big one because I want to be able to enjoy Mr. Good Sense more than once, since it was such a hassle.
Yeah.
To get it in the first place.
So just question. Why were you unable to just go get it?
I was in interviews all day.
Oh, okay.
So I order the sandwich. Dad goes and picks it up for me. And he walks in. It was like, got your $20 sandwich.
God damn it.
And I was like, Jesus Christ. Shut up. Can you shut up? Oh my God.
Funny story.
He was like, this thing is so fucking heavy.
I went to Bell Camp. I used to remember Bell Campo was open before we found out it was all fake. I didn't tell you about this. When I was on Tom Segura's podcast, we were talking about Bel Campo. And of course, they have 37 producers because they're a very successful podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy looked it up. The reason why Bel Campo closed is because they were not using organic meat. They were not using any of that. And some ex-employee got on Twitter and just sold out everyone and was like, this is what you need to know. So anyway, that's why they just disappeared all of a sudden. That being said, still a pretty great fucking burger. I didn't care if it was organic or more organic. Nailed it. Anywho, I was on a date with a girl and I was like, oh, Bel Campo is a great burger. She was like, yeah, I just don't want to spend $22 on a burger. I'm like, they're $22? And then I like looked back at my bank statement, like right there. I was like, man, I wasn't even listening.
You're an idiot.
I am an idiot.
Oh man.
But also, what are you gonna do? Order a cheeseburger? They're like, oh, that's $22. You go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's just, I remember one time when I worked at McDonald's and I was 15, this dude walked in and he goes, I want a double quarter pounder, no cheese. And so we didn't have a double quarter pound hamburger button. And the system at the time, if you took cheese off, did not reduce the price of the burger. And which was 10 cents in 1994.
Okay.
Which is like $8 now. And this guy was like, well, aren't you going to take the 10? He goes, can I speak to your manager? I was like, sure. And he goes, he did not take 10 cents off when I asked for no cheese. And and she was like, yeah, then we don't do that. And they got into an argument about it. And I just remember that day being
Give him
like,
10. I would just give him a
yeah,
dime.
just give him a dime. But also don't be that guy. Like if you're that, like, I'm also, if I'm standing behind you and you ask how much this is, if you do this, I judge you. I'm like, you shouldn't have come here. You're
Maybe they're really, maybe they're poor.
They're bored.
Poor.
Yeah, then don't go there.
Yeah.
Then you're probably out of your league. Like, and
McDonald's.
Well, yeah. If you're like, man, I really need that dime, probably shouldn't be eating out.
But maybe at McDonald's, that's where that clientele goes. I mean, that's just.
Oh, trust me. First off, everyone goes to McDonald's.
That's very true. Yeah. But like the people that dine inside.
Fair. That are just like, let's hang out.
Yeah. One time, KP, this was like 10 years ago, KP and Jordy ran into each other and eating inside of a McDonald's. And they were both like, we can't tell anyone about this. And then they sent me a picture. Look at you. Did you get a new hydro flask?
No, they come in a pack if you buy them at Costco.
Of course they do.
And I've been leaving these all over the place.
Who are you, me?
Yeah. Luckily, they're with people I know that I'm going to see them again. But
yeah.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
That you think I'm the best.
Yep.
And
did you do anything else while you were in Kansas City? Anything fun other than not meet Patrick Mahomes? And we did have a great 4th of July. We did kind of skip that. Andi found one of the greatest inventions ever. For those of you that live in given the sweltering heat, the best $25 I ever spent was that
neck fan.
It looks like headphones from the 1980s, and they just sit right here. And we had them on pretty much the entire time we were in Kansas City.
It was the best.
Even inside, people are like, I think they're autistic. And no, but we went and saw the fireworks at St. Agnes, as we always do.
Yep.
And then what we do on the 4th was a very low key event for us.
I don't remember.
We did something in the day, and then we just
Top golf.
We did Top Golf, and we pretty much had the place to ourselves.
It was pretty busy.
I mean,
we were in the corner.
It felt normally at Top Golf when it's pretty busy, there are people like on top of you, and I felt like we had quite a bit of distance between it. Like there was a bay between us and the next folks.
Was there?
Yeah, I was going one way. This other way, no, but there was like a little divider thing. But we had a great time.
It was awesome. I won.
You did win one.
I won. What's it? Pigs, little piggies.
Angry Birds.
There
it is.
I won Angry Birds golf.
Man, that is like Dad's Make-A-Wish right there. Hitting driving range and Angry Birds all at once. He was in hog heaven.
Literally.
Pun intended.
It was a good time. It was really fun. What else did we do? We went to dinner at Enzo, which is amazing. Really good.
It's not Ferrari themed as you would think it would be.
Is that his name?
Enzo Ferrari.
Oh, okay. I should have watched that movie. I didn't. Is Otto Man over there?
Otto Man is right here. He's licking the water bottle. And yeah.
Look at him. Yeah.
I went to Green Bay. I saw Shinedown at a tiny little theater that's owned by our good friend Mark Scogan. And that was a lot of fun. Shinedown, for the most part, plays giant arenas, but they were like just getting some stuff ready. And Mark's been very generous to them in various ways. And so they just kind of owed him one. So yeah, very much so. He didn't do them, but he would hire people to come over and do them.
Yeah, but then he'd have a few beers and be like, all right, I'll do one.
Let me get one.
I'll do one.
But yeah, had a great time. Shinedown killed it. I didn't have to do stand-up, so it was a good time, although it was threatened.
You were threatened?
Yeah, I was threatened. He was like, "Hey, you're here. You should probably go up." And I was like, "No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not going to do that."
I thought you meant like someone was there threatening to fight you or something.
No, no. That did not happen. I was at the Comedy Store the other night, and Quentin Tarantino walked in.
Oh,
That was
wow.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
He's-
an unmistakable chin.
Yeah, it is an unmistakable chin.
Yeah.
And he just walked in, and that there's that main hall at the store. Me and a buddy were talking. He just walked by, he goes, "Hey, fellas," and then just kept walking by. And I was like, that counts. That counts. I met him.
Yeah.
It was like when I met John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin, and he walked by. I go, "Hey," and he stopped and was like, "What's up?" And I go, and he goes, "All right," and he kept walking. I was just like, I met him.
I met him.
It totally happened. We hung out. We had beers.
Oh, hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Well, listener mail time.
Ba-da-da.
I read these a couple weeks ago when we were supposed to do it the first time.
I know it's so crazy how much has happened. Like there was a submarine that imploded that we never talked about.
I mean, and here's the thing. It's happened so long ago. First off,
Everything's been said.
when that happened, I was riveted.
Right.
Riveted.
Fascinating.
When they had the countdown of like how much oxygen was left, I was like, Jesus Christ, that's morbid, but fucking I get it.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're all thinking.
Wow.
And then to find out that they didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
Crazy town.
Crazy town.
But also, hey man, don't go down there. There's fucking 5,000 feet per square inch pressure or whatever.
I don't really know how that works out, but it sounds like a lot.
Well, it's just all the water on top is weighing down on the water that you're in.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's just fucking.
Yeah. It's not for me.
No, I'd go, and I think you and I had this discussion. We had this discussion in Kansas City. Would not go to deep ocean. Would totally go to space.
I would do neither.
Yeah, I'd go to space, just because I think the visuals up there are why I'd go.
Even after seeing Gravity, you still want to go to space.
Yeah.
What if William Shatner's there?
I'd be pissed if he wasn't. Be like, where's fucking Kirk? I want Jean-Luc Picard up there too. I feel he's the superior officer.
Oh man. You've watched a lot of Star Trek.
I watched a lot of Star Trek The Next Generation because as a kid, it was on at 9:00 on KSHB 41. And I would go, and this is how fucking old I am. I had mom and dad's old black and white Zenith, and I would watch it because Channel 41 came in the best because it was UHF and I was still using antenna because it was 1990-ish. And, but every once in a while I'd have to go up. It was this giant steel fucking nuclear active television.
Nuclear active.
Like, remember in The Simpsons where like that
Homer's reflection was burned into the wall?
Yeah.
Or his shadow?
Yeah, from just
silhouette. There
it is. Third time's the charm.
Think.
You're good with words.
Hey.
So anyway, I would have to go up and bang the side of it like it was a bag of mulch. It's just because it was.
Is that something you slap?
Yeah.
People slapping bags of mulch.
You never seen the memes like old men slap two things, bags of mulch, in their wife's ass?
No, my algorithm is different than yours, and thank God.
All right.
Who's slapping mulch?
Any middle-aged man at a hardware store. 1,000%.
Oh, Lordy.
Walk by, you're like, pah. Feels good.
Look at you. He's so cute.
Here we go. This first one's from Tony Dumblefuck Bag of Donuts. We've heard from before. Dumblefuck, his new middle name.
Love it. Self-appointed.
Subject KC versus STL. That's St. Louis for those of you who are not in the lunatics. Hey, Chris. He spelled Chris with an exclamation point with the I. Ampersand Andi also with an exclamation point for the I, and Otto Man followed by 3 exclamation points.
Hey, it's Otto Man.
I'm in St. Louis doing touristy shit with my Chilean family visiting America for the first time. Bag of Donuts is a Chilean name. We learned something today. Being from Chicago, I thought you were Chilean. I hate St. Louis, and I'm wondering if Kansas City feels the same way. I've only been to Kansas City once and only went to Worlds of Fun. The Mambo was awesome. He spells it Mamva, but that's those 2 buttons are right next to each other.
Love the Mamba.
Yes. P.S. Andi.
Because the Mamba is about to strike.
Postscript, Andi, clearly Canadian, kicks ass. Tony, double fuck bag of donuts. Yeah, we don't like St. Louis. They don't like us a lot more because of the 85 World Series.
Talk about holding a grudge.
And they won like 6 since then. So it's like fucking take the wins.
Yeah.
Stop focusing on the negative. I've had friends that lived in Kansas. One friend in particular, Brian McCoy, was in Kansas, lived in Kansas City, moved to St. Louis for a short time. And he was like, I've never met a weirder group, a less nicer group of people. Apparently, and we've talked about this on the podcast, trick or treating, they actually want you to do it. Some people want you to do a trick. Yeah. So just weird shit like that. The barbecue's terrible. That being said, the pizza is fucking, a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't like the Provel cheese. Andy's one of them. But I fucking love St. Louis style pizza.
I do like the rickety ride up to the top of the arch. That's pretty fun.
That's a fun little ride. The McDonald's on the river, as we all know, closed. We've covered that before.
Was a McDonald's on the river?
It was on the riverboat. It was the most expensive McDonald's fucking in the ever till it closed. It was like, oh, you want an extra value meal? $12. Boom.
Isn't that what it is now?
Well, again, this was the 90s where you were like, that's 3 times what it should be.
Love the past.
Do you know what an extra value meal? I still remember what an extra value meal was when I worked at McDonald's in 1994.
No, because I was 5.
It was $3.18.
Well,
yeah,
that's when Clinton was president.
It was. See, let the president get blowjobs. Everyone's getting free burgers.
Fine with that.
In retrospect, right?
Yeah, sleepy blow Biden.
Sleepy. Someone perk that dude up.
You can just tape a popsicle stick to it. Right?
Speaking of sticking a popsicle stick to it, to whoever who made this for us, he broke it. He finally
got it. He finally got into the grundle.
For those of you who don't remember, this was made to us. This was made for Otto, as a fan, from a fan, a lady. I believe she's in Canada, and this was Otto's favorite toy
because she made us masks and COVID masks and stuff like that too.
And this was Otto's favorite toy. It still is, obviously, but at least it wasn't this end. That would look really gross if it was on this end. Anywho, bonk. It's our good friend Eva. Yes. Life advice. It's our favorite kind of advice.
Yes.
Ones that turn the tides.
Okay.
Sibs, it's me, Eve. I haven't listened to your pod in a few years now. Not because I don't like it, but because my mind has been off pods altogether. Man, you could have just said hello. We don't. It's
only 5 letters.
Yeah. I've had a rough time. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Fair enough. Okay. That was me being a dick and trying to be funny. I didn't read this pre.
Otto, get him. Murder.
Sorry, Eve. He said, I've had a rough time. I had to recover from binge eating disorder. Found out I have PTSD in the process and have had weight loss surgery January this year. Wow.
That's a lot.
But I'm doing very well now. I've had therapy, lost 115 pounds.
Wow.
I'm exercising like crazy and feeling a lot better now. I like this. This is a nice little, it's like a ballad of an email. You know what I'm saying? Like it started out all right, and then things got dark, and now everything's good again.
Well, keep reading.
Anyway, so you crazy kids are great company at the gym or whenever I feel like getting my mind off the bad stuff. Thanks. Now for the life advice. So I'm 43 now and have been out of the dating game for 10 years. Being 120 pounds overweight, I considered any date pretty much dead on arrival. Well, that's no way to go into it. First off, I got used to writing myself off altogether, but both physically, but also as a person. Do you have any advice on how to re-enter the dating arena so I can focus on feeling comfortable again first and possible results later? I've dated online way back around 2010, but I'm in many ways a different person now. The internet doesn't remember. I just want to take small steps so I can find out where I can stand in this whole thing. First off, man, everybody gets laid, no matter what size you are. If you're just be yourself, be nice, have some level of confidence,
have a hole,
and have
a wiener,
have a wiener. Or
have you ever taped a popsicle stick to it there, Eva?
Man, it's just, be yourself, be nice. You're going to be nervous. Especially maybe first couple dates, maybe bring some friends, maybe do like a friend date, something that will kind of even out, allow you to be yourself, allow you to feel comfortable, almost like, like when a ship takes off, it's got that little tower next to it.
Like the popsicle stick.
It all comes back to that. So yeah, that's my advice. Andi, what do you got?
I mean, I second everything Chris said. That's pretty much it. You know.
Goddamn right.
Go out there, or hire an escort if you want.
Just from the short,
knock the cobwebs off.
From the short interactions we've had, you sound like a good dude.
Yeah, great, and congratulations.
Yeah,
on coming out on the other side of all you've been through with 2 thumbs up.
Yep.
I hope you have 2 thumbs.
Got to go through valleys to get to mountains.
We call those yabos.
This next, god damn it.
Auga.
This next one's either from, I think it's Elena, because it's Elena.
Elena?
Is it Elena? I would think that would have 2 L's. Anywho, however we say it. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
She says, hi, her subject is just a bunch of exclamation points, which seems aggressive. Hi, Andi and Chris. Nice turn. 4 exclamation points. Been listening to the pod for a long time now, and I'm a huge fan. You guys helped me relax while I learned how to drive.
Oh.
Okay. It's so nice to hear people with similar views to my family and my own. Question for Andi. I'm catching up on past episodes, so unsure if you've heard this before, but you live on hot places. Why do they call it boob sweat when it should be called humidititties? Thanks, guys. Her name, Elena or Elaine.
First of all, that's funny. But also hard to say. Humidititties?
Or humidities.
No, it would be humidititties.
Yeah, humidititties.
Yeah, I think it's just because it's too hard for people to say, and idiots like easy things to say.
Yeah.
Boob sweat.
Boob sweat.
But I like humiditity.
Humiditity is great. If you're listening to this, are you just now becoming old enough to drive? We're just trying to get an idea of the demographics of who we're talking to.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe you're like our cousin Katie, who was 26 when she decided she was ready to drive.
Well,
and that was just nothing's wrong with her. Like, like on paper, she just was not interested. I just remember at like 17 being like, how come you don't want to drive? Because me and Andi at 14 were like, let me drive. Let me just try it. See if I like it. And look at Otto, man. It's just right there. He was looking at my leg earlier, and now he's doing that. So yeah, it's just this new generation. They're a different breed. So yeah, just wondering what the situation is there. Well, that was it for fucking listener mail. If you have questions, concerns, need life advice, send it to 1 million pod. That's all words, 1 million with a TH and a POD at gmail.com. As always, you can find me, Chris, and me at I am Chris Porter on Instagram and Twitter. If you want to watch Andi take a pee, you can follow her at Twitch at Bovine Joni.
Bovine Joni. I haven't streamed in a while, but once this hectic little week I have dies down, then
She has to let P-Gate die down. And this week you can find me at Spokane, Washington. I'll be at the Spokane Comedy Club. And then when is it? The 10th through 11th, 10th through the 13th, I'll be in Pittsburgh. And no, it's not that. Anyway, the second weekend of August, I'll be in Pittsburgh. The third weekend, I'll be in Columbus. You can find all my dates at chrisportercomedy.com. Anything else?
That's all I got.
If you need Andi, you can find her on Twitter at Andi Port.
I'm not on Twitter anymore, really.
Who is?
I don't think anyone. I'm on Threads. Are you on Threads?
No.
The Instagram version, like the meta version of Twitter.
The face tweets.
Face tweets.
Yeah.
I'm on Threads. I think I'm at Andi Port on Threads. You can find it through my Instagram.
Or at Andi Porter on Instagram.
Nope, Andi Port.
At Andi Port, not Andi Porter. Fuck you, Andi, at Andi Porter, taking the name first. But as always, this has been the 1 millionth podcast. I'm Chris Porter.
I'm Andi Porter.
Fuck you.
Come on back.
I did it.
He loves it when this is over.
He just jumps up around like, fuck yeah, they're done being stupid.
Fuck you, come on by.